Is Ramzy Baroud. He is a senior research fellow at the Center for Islam and Global Affairs at Istanbul Zaim University. Ramzy, good to see you. This is something that I discussed with my guest earlier as well. Since October the 7th, this is perhaps the first time we are seeing so much condemnation coming from the West towards Israel. Why do you think the West is waking up now?
Yes, absolutely, and I think that is something that we need to highlight. But I think it's a very important caveat that should be really obvious that everything that Israel has done so far has done it with Western support, Western weapons, Western financial and military backing, and preventing any possible action taken by the global majority around the world to hold Israel accountable to the point that they are punishing the very judges of the International Criminal Court and the International Court of Justice for daring investigate Israel. So for them to distance themselves from this Gaza Holocaust right now, maybe as an attempt to save face, maybe as an attempt to prevent the complete collapse of any remnants of Western morality, it is something that doesn't tell me that they are genuine. It just tells me that they are aware of the fact that the entire Israeli Zionist project is collapsing. So we as Palestinians, we as Gazans, although we welcome anything that is going to stop this genocide, within the greater political value of this belated position, we are not buying that they are doing it because they care. Because we have been there numerous times. And a single bomb in Jabalia, once 1,000 Palestinian was killed. And they hailed this as a victory for civilization and democracy and all the good stuff. And they held Palestinians accountable for their own murder. Why now? So another reason that I think this belated move, which is very, very belated, unbelievably belated, is the fact that um, Netanyahu is now talking about the complete occupation of Gaza, which means this is not about just get the job done, get the dirty deed done, Netanyahu, and get out, and we will spend a few months or a couple of years and we will sort out your image internationally. He wants to occupy Gaza, which means he's talking about a perpetual war, a perpetual genocide. I don't think the West is prepared for this, considering the nature of the massive challenges that is awaiting them as far as the geopolitics with Russia and China, Trump, and all the rest. So this is something that is being done at the behest of the Americans. Remember, the West doesn't behave without Washington's support.
I was coming to
So this
that,
is not
Ramzy,
happening
because
outside.
see, here's the thing. This is not the first time babies are being killed by Israel in Gaza. This is not the first time Palestinians in Gaza are facing starvation. In fact, over the past 18 months or so, this is something that has become a regular part of their lives. Hundreds of Palestinians are being killed on a daily basis. The total number of children who have been killed by Israel in Gaza is in tens of thousands. So what has changed now? This is what I keep asking myself for so much Western condemnation to come against Israel at this point, because my understanding is there is a policy change from Washington, perhaps, which is not being announced right now, and that is encouraging the Western allies of Israel to come out and condemn Tel Aviv.
Right. If you look at American statements regarding everything that has happened in Gaza since October 7 and compare that to the language, to the political discourse emanating from various European capitals, including, of course, Australia and Canada, you're going to find that the Europeans and the West in general is constantly rehashing American political discourse. Israel has the right to defend itself. This is Hamas's fault. This is the worst thing that has ever happened since the Holocaust, and so forth and so on. Now that you are beginning to see this American retreat, the agreement with the truce with Ansarullah in Yemen, the continued talks with Iran, the indirect talks with Hamas, clearly Trump not only he doesn't want to stop Netanyahu, but he just doesn't want to be at the forefront of Netanyahu's genocide and Holocaust. And that is opening some margins for Europe to start maneuvering politically to protect its image. But again, you've seen the images yourself. You have just showed them to your audiences around the world. We are talking about children that even when medicine arrives now, many of these babies are gonna die anyway. So we are not talking about, there is no room for political maneuvering. It's going to take months, or if not years, for any impact of any potential sanctions to actually force Israel to rethink. We are needing immediate action now. If we cannot stop the Holocaust now, what use is this the kind of politicking that Europe is playing right now? Well, the genocide has already actualized in its complete and full potential. We need to stop the ethnic cleansing of the Palestinians, and we need to allow food and medicine to enter Gaza, and we need to do whatever it takes for that to happen.
Fascinating insights. Ramzy Baroud, thanks very much for joining me here on TRT World. Appreciate your taking out the time.